gotta get up, get out and get something.
Regardless of what you do or how you do it, people will always have negative comments to make. So you really need to get over it. For example, the "oh my gosh, you're so fat, get off your ass, stop watching TV, go read a book, go exercise" comments. I mean, now if I weren't overweight, it would be "you're so ugly, you're so this, you're so that." So at the end of the day, whatever people say about you, they will always say. People are always going to have something to say. So don't bother trying to change yourself for other people. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about what I like to call toxic friends. A toxic friend, to me, is defined as a friend who only has negative commentary for you and will always attempt to put you down for their own self-validation. I had one of these toxic friends, and it got to a point where it was pretty crazy. When I'd go out with her, I'd be like, "Oh, do you think this looks good?" Nah. So, for example, one day I brought a salad to school because I was like, "Yo, I'm not buying lunch today. Cut up some lettuce, you know." And then after, she was like, "That salad is so big." Now, mind you, she was really insecure about her weight. And I thought it was really funny that she'd say that. She was really doing anything and everything to attempt to bring me down and bring herself up. Like, I like to call her one up because I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I just bought these new Nikes." And she'd be like, "Oh, well, I got these new Jordans, da 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 da." You know, that type of friend. Or there's a friend that won't tell you when you look like caca because they want to look good when they go out. You know, the type of friend who only hangs out with, like, who won't hang out with her pretty friends, but that'll hang out with her ugly friends so that she'll look the best of the group. There are a lot of these people, and usually these friends are inherited, you know, friends that you've had since elementary school that grew up to be these horrible people, or friends that were friends with your friends, so they automatically got added to the group, and then this is how they ended up treating you. What I have to say is, cut the weeds out before they start to grow too much. Dig that root, throw it over your shoulder. Okay, that was really corny. But honestly, these are people that you don't need in your life. And usually if you don't cut them out early, they'll grow into a really big nasty weed, and when you try to cut them off, it'll just be drama. I waited too long to cut this girl out of my life, and she managed to cause so much problems in my life and in my other friends' lives. But I feel like it's a life lesson learned. If there's someone that's causing issues with you, don't prolong it, just get rid of them. And I know at that point in time, you're gonna be like, "But if I cut her off, then this is gonna happen, then that is gonna happen." And if you're like a trio, 3 friends, 1 inherited, and you cut this one off, you think that your other friend is not gonna treat you properly or treat you right, think that you're causing trouble. But you have to be straight up with that friend and be like, "Look, your friend is causing issues in my life that I don't need." If your second friend, if your first initial friend is going to cut you off for the other chick, then you guys weren't really friends. But all in all, negative people are going to be wherever you are all the time. Negative people are probably going to even comment on this video, and you just can't let it bother you, because people will always, ultimately always have something to say. Block and delete. Don't let it get to a point where it bothers you so much you're going to try to kill yourself. And for the negative friends, most of them don't realize they're doing it because they're so self-absorbed, so caught up with oneself, that they don't realize how much they're bothering you, how much they're affecting you. And if you as a victim of a toxic friend aren't going to speak out about it, it's never going to change. So my advice to you is approach the friend, talk to the friend. The friend is probably going to get super defensive. Your toxic friend is going to get super defensive. "Oh, I always have your back. I never da-da-da, and don't go talk to other people about the toxic friend. Nip it in the backside. Go talk to them, because when you talk to other people, if that gets around, it's going to be, "Oh, so you're talking shit about me?" instead of you getting to the point. Sadly, this happened to me back in the day in high school. But people are like that forever and always. People are like that in college. People are like that in uni. People are like that at work. So it's something that you're always going to have to deal with, sadly. But for your well-being, don't let someone else bring you down for their uplifting. Because ultimately, they ain't shit. And you're the one that's going to end up stressed if you don't cut that off. But yeah, so that's my view on toxic friends. Get rid of them before they intoxicate your life. Yeah.
You gotta get up, get out and get something. Cause credit ain't denied if you prove something. You gotta get up, get out and do something. Don't let society judge you, prove something. You gotta get up, get out and be something. Innovate, stay creative, prove something. You gotta get up, get out and do something. You gotta get up, get out and be something.